Hello, welcomes channel. Today we will learn about the devastating fire that rocks Salem University and the heart-wrenching aftermath that leaves Tate Black crushed despite his heroic efforts to save the woman he loves. The catastrophic dorm room fire. The tranquil atmosphere of Salem University's dormitory building shatters in the most unexpected way when Holly Jonas finds herself at the center of a life-threatening emergency. After an emotionally draining evening dealing with Sophia Choi's latest manipulations, Holly retreats to her shared room with Ariana, Ari, Horton, seeking solace in sleep. However, what should have been a peaceful night's rest transforms into a nightmare scenario that will haunt Salem for weeks to come. The sequence of events unfolds with tragic precision. Holly, still disoriented from the evening's stress and possibly affected by something Sophia may have slipped into her drink earlier, tosses restlessly in her bed. In her fitful slumber, her arm inadvertently strikes a burning candle that had been left illuminating the room's study area. The innocent candle, which had been providing ambient lighting for late-night studying, becomes an instrument of destruction as it tumbles directly into a nearby trash can overflowing with discarded papers, assignments, and other flammable materials. The flames ignite with frightening speed, consuming the paper contents and spreading rapidly throughout the small dorm space. The acrid smell of burning paper and fabric begins to fill the corridors, while the automatic fire detection system triggers piercing alarms throughout the entire dormitory complex. Yet Holly, deeply unconscious and unaware of the growing danger surrounding her, remains motionless in her bed as smoke begins to billow around her. Tate's desperate rescue mission. Brady Black, making an unexpected late-night visit to the university campus, becomes the first to detect the ominous scent of smoke wafting through the building's ventilation system. His immediate concern escalates to panic as he realizes the severity of the situation unfolding above. Meanwhile, Tate Black, who had been restlessly pacing in his own room, unable to shake his concerns about Holly's recent distant behavior, suddenly hears the blaring fire alarms echoing through the building. Without a moment's hesitation, Tate rushes toward the source of the emergency, his heart pounding with dread as he approaches Holly and Ari's room. When he encounters Ari in the hallway, frantically explaining that Holly remains trapped inside their smoke-filled room, Tate's world stops. Every instinct screams at him to act, despite the obvious danger to his own safety. The young man who has faced countless challenges in his relationship with Holly now faces the ultimate test, risking everything to save the girl who has been pushing him away for weeks. Tate charges through the smoke-filled doorway, navigating the increasingly hazardous environment as flames continue to spread and visibility becomes nearly impossible. His determination to reach Holly overrides any concern for his personal safety, demonstrating the depth of his feelings for her even in the face of their recent romantic struggles. Fighting through thick smoke and rising heat, Tate locates Holly's unconscious form and manages to carry her to safety, potentially saving her life in what can only be described as an act of pure heroism. His quick thinking and selfless actions prevent what could have been a devastating tragedy, though the physical and emotional toll of the rescue weighs heavily on everyone involved. The heartbreaking rejection. Despite Tate's life-saving intervention and the undeniable courage he displayed during the emergency, the aftermath proves even more painful than anyone could have anticipated. Rather than bringing the young couple closer together, the traumatic incident seems to drive an even deeper wedge between Holly and Tate, leaving him devastated and confused by her continued rejection. Holly's response to being rescued by her former boyfriend defies all logical expectations. Instead of gratitude or recognition of his selfless sacrifice, she maintains her emotional distance with stubborn determination. The young woman, still processing the trauma of nearly losing her life, seems unable or unwilling to acknowledge that Tate literally risked everything to save her. Her coldness toward him in the wake of such a dramatic gesture leaves not only Tate but also their friends and family members struggling to understand her mindset. This emotional distance becomes even more pronounced as Holly actively avoids spending time with Tate, despite their shared experience and his obvious concern for her well-being. She continues to harbor resentment about his ongoing connection to Sophia Choi and the pregnancy situation, allowing these feelings to overshadow any appreciation for his heroic actions during the fire. The complexity of teenage emotions, combined with the stress of the life-threatening situation, creates a perfect storm of misunderstandings and hurt feelings. The situation reaches its breaking point when Holly makes the devastating decision to officially end their relationship, crushing Tate's hopes that the fire incident might have provided an opportunity for reconciliation. Her rejection cuts particularly deep because it comes after he proved his dedication to her in the most dramatic way possible, leaving him questioning whether anything he does will ever be enough to win back her trust and affection. Maggie's crucial intervention. In the aftermath of the fire disaster, Holly finds herself facing not only physical recovery but also intense scrutiny from her family members who are deeply concerned about her recent behavior and decision-making. Maggie Horton-Kyriakis, Holly's wise and experienced grandmother, recognizes the need for a serious heart-to-heart conversation with her granddaughter about the events that led to the dangerous situation. Maggie's maternal instincts kick into high gear as she observes Holly's continued emotional turmoil and her seemingly irrational treatment of Tate following his heroic rescue efforts. The family matriarch, who has witnessed decades of Salem drama and understands the complexities of young love, approaches the situation with both compassion and firm guidance. Her lecture addresses not only the immediate circumstances of the fire but also the broader patterns of behavior that have been concerning the entire family. The conversation between grandmother and granddaughter becomes a pivotal moment in Holly's journey toward self-awareness and maturity. Maggie's gentle but direct approach forces Holly to confront some uncomfortable truths about her actions and their consequences, particularly regarding her treatment of Tate and her inability to see past her own hurt feelings to recognize his genuine care for her. Sophia's escalating schemes. While Holly and Tate navigate their relationship crisis, Sophia Choi continues to orchestrate increasingly complex and damaging plots that threaten to destroy multiple lives throughout Salem. Her obsession with maintaining control over Tate and eliminating any competition for his attention has evolved into a comprehensive campaign of manipulation and deception that extends far beyond their immediate love triangle. Sophia's latest target becomes Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree DiMera's hopeful adoption of baby Tesoro, the infant she herself abandoned at the fire station. Unable to bear the thought of the baby being raised by people connected to Holly's family circle, Sophia takes drastic action by contacting child services with fabricated complaints designed to derail their adoption prospects. Her accusations paint Johnny as an inappropriate professor engaged in an improper relationship with a student, using carefully staged photographs of Holly in sleepwear as false evidence to support her claims. The photographs, taken during one of Holly's vulnerable moments, become weapons in Sophia's arsenal as she constructs an elaborate lie about Johnny's professional conduct. Her manipulation of the evidence demonstrates a calculating and vindictive personality that shows no concern for the innocent people caught in the crossfire of her schemes. The young woman who once claimed to care about Holly now actively works to damage her reputation and hurt the people she loves. As Sophia's desperation intensifies, her plots become increasingly reckless and far-reaching, threatening not only Johnny and Chanel's dreams of parenthood but also Johnny's career and marriage. The ripple effects of her actions create chaos throughout Salem's interconnected families, proving that her selfish motivations have consequences that extend far beyond her original targets. The paternity test mystery. Adding another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation, the long-awaited paternity test results for Tesoro remain shrouded in mystery and potential deception. The test, which should definitively establish whether Tate is indeed the biological father of Sophia's child, has yet to be revealed to the characters involved, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty and speculation that affects everyone's decision-making. The possibility that these crucial results might have been tampered with or manipulated adds a sinister dimension to the unfolding drama. If Sophia has found a way to alter the test outcomes to support her narrative, the implications could be devastating for Tate, who has been operating under the assumption that he is responsible for the child's existence. Alternatively, if the results prove that Tate is not the father, it would expose Sophia's entire web of lies and potentially vindicate those who have suspected her motives from the beginning. The timing of these test results becomes increasingly critical as various adoption proceedings and legal arrangements move forward based on current assumptions about paternity. If the truth emerges at the wrong moment, it could unravel months of careful planning and leave multiple families in turmoil. The uncertainty surrounding these results keeps everyone involved walking on unstable ground, never knowing when the foundation of their beliefs might shift dramatically. The tragic aftermath and lasting impact. The convergence of the dorm fire, Holly's stubborn rejection of Tate's sacrifice, and Sophia's expanding web of lies creates a perfect storm of heartbreak and destruction that will reshape relationships throughout Salem for months to come. Tate, having literally risked his life to save the woman he loves only to be dismissed and rejected, faces the devastating realization that his heroic actions may have meant nothing to Holly. The psychological impact of Holly's continued coldness after such a dramatic rescue attempt leaves Tate questioning not only their relationship but his own worth and the sincerity of everything they once shared. His friends and family watch helplessly as the young man who showed such courage in the face of physical danger struggles to cope with emotional devastation that cuts far deeper than any physical wound. Meanwhile, Holly's inability to process her feelings and acknowledge Tate's sacrifice creates a tragic irony that underscores the complexity of teenage emotions and the lasting damage that can result from pride and stubborn resentment. Her decision to end their relationship after he saved her life becomes a defining moment that will haunt both of them, representing a missed opportunity for healing and growth that may never come again. The fire that was meant to destroy becomes a metaphor for the relationships burning around it. Some will emerge stronger from the flames, while others will be reduced to ashes by the heat of pride, deception, and misunderstanding that continues to consume Salem's youngest generation.